The Top 25 Life-Saving Survival Skills Part 3. 18. Recycle shotgun shells. Chris Harper, the owner of Skills to Survive, tells his Facebook and Instagram followers to hang on to spent 12-gauge shotgun shells because they make great containers for small survival tools. An empty shell can easily hold matches, tinder, fishing items, or a small first aid kit with antibiotic ointment and a couple of band-aids. They also make great candle holders for when your flashlight runs out of batteries or you need to start a fire. Use yellow shells if possible, and cover the open end with reflective duct tape to make the little cases easier to spot on the ground or in a flashlight beam. 19. Remember duct tape. Harper is also an EMT and recommends carrying duct tape along with bandage material to treat small wounds. Like so much other survival gear, Harper says he carries duct tape because it serves more than one purpose. You can use it to start a fire, repair gear, mark a trail, cover a blister, or butterfly stitch a wound. Duct tape, coupled with parachute cord or bank line, is a great combination for tackling several survival situations. For some other uses of duct tape, see tip no. 23 below. 20. Carry cotton balls. Tim McQuelch is the founder and head instructor of Advanced Survival Training and the author of several survival books. He acknowledges that cotton is not a good choice for clothing in cold weather, but it is a great choice for several other survival situations. Cotton soaks up blood well and you can easily use it to slowly dispense medicinal liquids. For example, McQuelch shows his students how to fill a cotton ball or gauze with antibiotic ointment and place it over an affected spot and secure it with tape so the wound stays clean and constantly receives treatment that prevents infection. You can also soak cotton balls in petroleum jelly and use 1 or 2 later to start a fire. If you need something to store your petroleum balls, remember tip no. 18 above. Spent shotgun shells make great containers. 21. Create fire from junk food. Who likes chips? You know, the greasy, salty ones you can eat with just about any sandwich. McQuelch points out that the grease in those chips is a flammable oil you can use to your advantage in a survival pinch. Pull a few out and light them up with the open flame from your lighter. In the survival continuum of importance, those chips are not nearly as important for food as they are for a fire that will keep you warm. 22. Signal search and rescue. If your wilderness navigation skills are inadequate and you get lost, the best thing to do is sit down and wait for rescue. Refer back to tip no. 12 For some technology you can use to avoid this. If you don't have a location beacon, you can still create a signal for others to see. A signal fire can bring attention to your location. The best fires capitalize on a searcher's sense of sight and smell. Keep a stash of damp material or green branches near your fire. When you need to throw up a signal, throw the greenery on the fire to create a lot of white smoke that can be seen and smelled from far away. If you're in snowy conditions where green vegetation isn't around, throw an oil-based product like a plastic water bottle on the fire. Oil-based plastics create black smoke that will stand out from the white backdrop of a snow-covered location. 23. Switch your socks. Change your socks often on multi-day trips. Without your feet being healthy and relatively comfortable, you cannot go very far. By keeping moisture off your feet and checking them often, you can head off any hot spots that may be forming uncomfortable and debilitating blisters. Merino wool is my favorite because it doesn't itch, it wicks moisture well, and it can last through years of use. If a hot spot does get the best of you, use some duct tape to keep it covered and clean. It is always best to wash and dry blisters before covering them with a bandage or applying duct tape. You can also carry moleskin, which is designed for hot spots and blisters, and save the duct tape for a fire and gear repairs. 24. Carry cord for snares and repairs. Vietnam-era detonation cord makes a perfect addition to anyone's outdoor kit. The line is great for snares or survival trapping. You can also use it to mend a broken boot, knife, gun, or pack. It's just incredibly hardy material. To build a snare, create an overhand loop on one end of the line and thread the other end through the loop. The detonation cord is stiff enough to hold its shape. Tie the other end to a small tree trunk or some other permanent object. Place the loop directly on a game trail, a log crossing, or any other likely animal corridor. Snares such as this are great tools to capture small game. 25. Build a bivvy shelter. Bivvy sacks are getting more popular as a hasty shelter option because they perform great in survival situations and as a go-to cover for hunting and fishing trips when you need to travel light. Bivvy sacks come in many shapes and sizes. Sol makes a bivvy that is breathable, lightweight, and has heat-reflective material on the inside. The U.S. military also makes a great Gore-Tex bivvy. I have slept in pouring rain and deep snow with little moisture making its way through one of these bivvies, and they're easy to use on the ground, or in a hammock. Because they pack up so small, it's not a bad idea to keep one in your vehicle for emergency protection anywhere. Let me know what do you think. Looking forward to your comments.